Hey, what's up? I'm Mark Terry Bellini, and in this video I'm going to be taking tile out of the tub area of the shower. And it's my suspicion that the original owners had some tile in here and they just put this tile on top of it. I don't know for sure, but this is a really thick layer of material here, and I think they just put tile on top of tile. So we're going to find out. So I'll get started on this, then I'll do a time lapse a little bit later. So I'm going to get started. When you're doing this, make sure to have eye protection because stuff could fly off in your face. Make sure to have gloves because this stuff can get pretty sharp. And I'm just using a chisel and a hammer. So I think I'm going to start right here and see what we got. Okay. There we go. You know, interesting. I don't think it was tile on there. I don't think they did tile over tile. I think it was just some other layer in there. Anyways. All right, just gonna keep going. So I looked at this a little bit, and there is basically some screws behind these caps. So we have to get these caps off, and then we can get to the screw in there and take everything off. And then some of these faucets have a set screw underneath. I looked on here, there's no set screw, so I'm just gonna try unscrewing it and see how it goes. So, let's see. I might speed up through some of this because some of it might take a while, but I'll give you how it goes here and let you know how it goes. There's one cap. This cap's being a little bit stubborn, so I'm grabbing a putty knife, which has been used for years, and it's pretty sharp. So if I can get that, oh, way easier. Get a sharp putty knife and stick it in there. It comes out a million times easier. No problem. Okay. Okay, all these set screws are out there, or all the screws holding it in. It should just pop right off, just like that. Let's see. Make sure that's off, just for now. Okay, those are off. Let's see if these just slide right off. Or if they unscrew. Yep, they unscrew. All right. Okay. Now, like I said, there's no set screws, so I'm going to try. I'm sticking my screwdriver up in there to get a little bit of leverage. Oh, that is tough. There's no caulking around it really, so nothing should be really holding it in place. And it's on there. There we go. So this thing was just completely frozen on there. I tried unscrewing it. There was no set screw. I tried just turning it and I got a little frustrated, not gonna lie. And I figured, you know, this is where the water is controlled. So this can be off, doesn't really matter. So I went ahead and just took the Sawzall and just cut it right off, because why not? And when I look in there, I mean, it is completely like seized up in there. When you look in there, and there's no way I was gonna be able to unscrew that. So yeah, that's how you get these off. So you just cut it off. No, but usually there's a set screw underneath, and then you can just simply unscrew it. If it doesn't have a set screw, you can usually just unscrew it, just cut the caulking around it. Usually it unscrews, but you know, sometimes they're just completely seized on like that. And at that point, it's probably best to call a plumber. But if you're doing a full demo, just take the Sawzall and have at it. So now that that's off, I'm gonna start removing the tile. Probably gonna remove this guy up here too. And start taking this tile off so I can get to the piping behind the wall. So we'll get going. Okay, so I have the water off, and what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to cut the pipe, both of these pipes right here. So I got this little tool, it's got a little wheel, a little sharp wheel, and you crank this down and it moves it closer to this end, and this has got rollers. And so it rolls around the pipe, you tighten it, spin it around, tighten it, spin it around, and eventually cut through the copper all the way. And then I can break all of this whole unit off. And then I've got something called a shark bite. And basically I can just stick that on there, set it, and then pull it, and it'll kind of set it in place. But I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and give this a shot here. And you can see the line is starting to make. And what's cool about this is it's like a perfect cut. spinning it around, giving it a couple turns. Now I drained the lines as best as I could. There may be a little bit of water, hopefully not. There we go, and we're through. So there we go, there's the pipe. A little bit of water running out there. So I'm gonna do the same to this side. Going to tighten this on and give it a spin. This is a really handy tool for these small spaces. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and detach that at the top as well. There we go. Now I'm going to be putting these shark bites on here, but first you need to have a clean surface. So I've got this 120 grit abrasive cloth, and I picked this up in the plumbing aisle, so it's specifically for that. But basically just take a piece of it. It's basically just like sandpaper, but it's a little bit more sturdy because it's cloth, so it doesn't tear quite as easily. But, you know, just gonna go ahead and clean this up a little bit. Same to this one. I want to make sure it's not rough on the top either, so I'm going to give that a quick go over here. Okay, looking pretty good. All right, so I got a 1/2 inch shark bite here. And this is just a cap, because what I'm going to do is going to cap it for now. And then the reason I had to cut it is because I need to get this tub out and I need the clearance. So basically I had to cut it there so I can basically get all the walls out and then rotate this tub out of here. So this is the reason I'm doing it. So I'm just going to cap it for now. And eventually this is going to get converted to PEX and just make the whole thing a lot easier. So basically what you do is there's a little centerpiece there that's going to go inside, and you set it. And once you set it on there really well, you can pull up a little bit, and that's what really digs it in and sets it in place. So that's what we're going to be doing. So we're just going to get that on there. Okay. I push down as far as I can, and then I'm going to pull up a little bit. That will help set it in place. I'm going to go ahead and do the other one. There we go. I think it's there. There we go. Got it. Like I said, really push down and then pull up. That should be it. So I'm going to leave the camera running, and if it sprays everywhere, then that's the case. So I'll be back. All right, success. The water is back on and this is not leaking at all. So it's perfect. This is exactly how I wanted it to go. So yeah, that pretty much does it for the piping there. So I just have to remove the rest of this wall. And this wall, I'll change the camera here real quick. So these two walls were really easy because I was able to get behind it with the chisel and get in there at the edge, and I could pull off like the whole thing. So it made it super easy to remove it. This one clearly has been a pain because I don't have that same kind of leverage point to really pull it all out. So this one's a lot more difficult to get to. So that's why there's a huge hole here, and these ones are relatively easy. So I'm going to continue doing this. I'll probably put it on a time lapse because this is hard work here. And then yeah, I'll check back in later. All right, so I finished up. It was, some parts were easy, some parts were a little challenging. So, I talked about, I thought there was 2 layers of tile before. Wasn't the case. Basically, they had regular water-resistant drywall that went up to about here. And I think that was the original shower. So the original shower kind of went up to here. And then when they did the remodel, they just threw a piece of hardy backer all the way up to the ceiling, and so that had drywall, hardy backer, and then tile on top of that. So that's why it was so thick. Not totally sure why they did that, but I knew it looked kind of off, so I probably kind of cut corners there a little bit or something. But anyways, so I was trying to rip the drywall off the wall, and that usually works in most cases, but for whatever reason, it just kept breaking here, so it wasn't really popping off of the screws. So I found it a lot faster just to grab the screwdriver, back out all the drywall screws, and pull off the whole section. That turned out to be a lot easier, a lot better. So kind of play it by ear if you're doing this, like kind of wiggle it, see if it breaks loose of the drywall screws or the nails, and then lift it out. But if it's just like breaking off in pieces, you might as well grab the screwdriver and then just back them out, because that made it a million times easier. So yeah, so the pipes are cut, the tile and drywall and everything is removed. I'm down to the studs, and at this point, I have to take the toilet out, so I'll probably get some help with that and get that out of here, put it in the garage. And then at that point, I can roll the tub out and get the tub out of here, because I'm going to turn this into a shower, so the tub's got to go. But yeah, it wasn't too difficult. That was my first time doing the shark bite on the pipes there. Super easy, really, if you're gonna be cutting copper pipe and need to cap it or something, it's really easy to do. Just grab this little cutter here, like I showed in the video, sand it, pop that shark bite on there, done. It's super easy. So no big deal there. And the water is back on. I've tested it, everything's all good. So yeah, so now I got a whole mess to clean up, and more to come. I have my contractor coming over. He's gonna frame up a new wall, and yeah, we're gonna get rolling on this. Remodel actually starts, making it look nicer, put in flooring, get the shower going and the vanity, and yeah. So this is exciting because the demo is just about done, which is great because, I'm ready to be done with demo. But anyways, if you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.